7:13 this morning. It is estimated that there are 10,000 amputees in this area, and that on average an amputation is performed every day in the Midlands, and very real statistics that many are unaware of. And one amputee has made it her mission to create a much needed support group here in Columbia. Joining me this morning with details on AmputeesCAN is Candace Bartman. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Well, thank you for having me.
We hear that statistic, and I didn't even know before today that there were 10,000 amputees here in the Midlands. Do you think this is something that a lot of people out there are probably in the same boat, have no idea?
Well, I'm sure that's the case. I didn't have any idea until I looked into it. I think that probably many amputees are out and about wearing prosthetic limbs, and so you don't notice them. And there also may be amputees who are bedridden and we just don't see them.
Certainly. Now, how did this become your mission?
Well, it became my mission. I've been an amputee since 1970, but the last 20 years or so I did not wear a limb, so I was out and about and very obviously an amputee. And many times during that period people would approach me and ask very personal questions, how to take a shower,
right.
You know, just day-to-day coping skills. And so I looked into it and found out that there wasn't any support group, and so you know, God laid it on my heart to start one.
Definitely, and AmputeesCAN has came about from this project. What is AmputeesCAN? What does it give people?
Well, AmputeesCAN has two aspects. One aspect of it is a support group meeting where people can gather and excuse me, be among their peers. And it helps a new amputee to see people who have made it out the other side and are active and happy and thriving. That's one part of it. The second part of it is a one-to-one peer visitor where brand new amputees, hopefully even before they lose their limb,
right.
can have access to and talk to an amputee and just, you know, ask questions about what it's like.
Definitely.
How they'll you know, successfully cope.
Because I mean, I can imagine, regardless of the physical changes that you go through, there are a lot of psychological things to deal with as well.
There definitely are. There definitely are. Loss of a limb is you know, quite something to deal with, and it really does help to be able to share your feelings and get some input from people who have done what you're doing right now.
And we spoke a little bit before in the break about family, you know, family members of an amputee. This support group will kind of bring those people together as well and share their stories.
That's right. That's right. We do plan to have family members in. My husband will be there and my son, because an amputation affects the family as well as the person, because it just kind of changes the way you do things, and it's not terrible. I mean, you make it through that, but you do have to make some changes to cope with that.
Definitely. And you are starting meetings once a month, and you have your first one coming up tomorrow.
That's
Tell us about that meeting.
Well, the meeting will be at 6:30 tomorrow. It'll be held at the Virginia Wingard Memorial United Methodist Church, which is on Broad River Road, almost directly across from Dutch Square Shopping Center. And so that meeting is open to amputees and their family members and caregivers. So we're looking forward to meeting lots of people and making new friends.
Certainly. And what's a website that people can just find out more information just about amputees in South Carolina in general and AmputeesCAN, your project here?
They can go to amputeescan.org. That's CAN.org, and there's lots of information up on the website and a map to the church, and
perfect.
So they can learn a lot more.
Well, thank you so much, Candace, for coming in this morning and sharing your story with us.
I appreciate the opportunity to be able to get the word out.